trying to catch that last glimpse of the sun behind these kind of buildings getting away. And off in the distance, some water, riverfront. It was getting a bit chilly. And we're trying to keep this vibration up so that people have a meal, a warm meal. And it's only one. Just like we celebrate Thanksgiving, I was going to say Valentine's Day because that's every day for me. And looking for this. Quite prepared with the hat. And I'm all booted up. And I just want to say that the Community Health Action Center in my community is welcome to wellness. They're providing food for anybody who has ID. And my problem is that what about the people who don't have ID? The ones who truly need food and ID, maybe a job, they live in poverty, they have children, and this is just not quite enough. And it is enough. It depends how you look at it. What are you having for dinner tonight? And if we ever thought, exciting, I'm gonna find that right spot again. Do you ever think that when you're sitting down for a meal, how wasteful you are with your food? I worked at a major supermarket corporation in a bakery. And the bread that was being donated was put in a separate cart by me because I closed up and I ran the bakery. And I would put that bread that was going to be expired tomorrow into a bin. And another thing is, during Thanksgiving, there's an abundance of pies left over. Desserts. Pumpkin pie is the most. They're the most wanted. And now, what is really wanted is, taking those food items and doing what you can with the abundance of food we have in this country and redistribute it to communities like this. And so the Action Center has taken action towards solving this problem, but just very little to make that dent and an impact on this community that needs so much help. And so one day I put a whole bunch of pies in a cart and I covered it with bread, and I spoke to the volunteer who came to collect, and I said, hey, don't tell anyone I get fired for this. And so I had like 50 pumpkin pies that I was going to toss like a frisbee, which I did, into this huge garbage disposal that had a barrier around it on the outside where homeless people would just beg for the food that is rotting inside. I am not speaking about vegetables. I'm speaking about foods that have dates that say expired and they're not. And so people are afraid to eat. And America wants the perfect accommodations when it comes to the chains that are higher up. In our community, we have Western Beef. That's a major chain that accepts Medicaid. So does ShopRite and other stores, but who can afford those items when you can go to Western Beef and get not lower grade, but hey, we don't shop where the rich people go, do we? I was the one who was going to put bread in for donation, and the next day, going to a shelter, like a food pantry, stand corrected, and I was picking up the same bread that I packed the night before so that I can have a loaf to myself. Someone gave me some frozen chicken. I don't know what to do, I didn't have a bag for it. But I also found my way home with it on the bus, no matter. And I see that many people are lining up, and I was told that the food runs out. So, I'm not going to take my bag. But my intentions was to give it to another right down the road, and I could use the walk. So I think that's my plan. So please look up the Community Health Action Center and just find your way. They show up at different locations on different days. And this one's mine. Be well, stay well, eat well, and find the resources you need. Take full advantage of the resources that are provided for you. Be kind to others and give to others, especially this season. That's all.